Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I am back again to cover Amberlynn, because after several weeks of not posting on YouTube, she finally posted a new video, of course, while I was traveling in New York. And I'm back in Chicago, so we're just gonna get to and cover that. But as a programming announcement, especially for those of you who have commented like, oh, not another Amberlynn video, not this, not that, not whatever. I'm still gonna keep posting Amberlynn content over here. It's clear that I enjoy doing this content, and I know a lot of people enjoy watching it. And I totally respect that people want to watch other things. So as a note, yesterday I did post a little silly vlog of me going on the journey that Anna from Glitter and Lasers went on to get a bagel in New York City. I also have another New York vlog coming up. I just haven't edited I hate that word. Edited it yet. So that's on its way as well. I also, while I was in the airport yesterday waiting for my flight to board, I watched this week's episode of 1,000 Pound Sisters, took notes, and will be filming a recap of that as well. And as always, you can go catch my Twitch re-upload channel, although I didn't post on it this week, obviously, because I was not live streaming on Twitch this week because of my trip. However, there's lots of content over there that is not related to Amberlynn or Chantal, so you can always go catch up on that stuff as well. So, lots of stuff for you to get into, enjoy, etc. If you don't like the Amberlynn content, but also we will in fact continue doing Amberlynn content over here. Okay? Alright, so I also, before I was sitting down to film this reaction to whatever this video is that we're about to watch, I also was looking through, because Amberlynn has not stopped doing Q&As. She has been doing them, and I have taken some screenshots of things, and I was considering trying to do one part of this where we go over the screenshots and then do the reaction. But honestly, a lot of the questions, I'm just I'm over it. Maybe it's just Q&A fatigue and knowing we have an actual video to react to, actual content to watch. Maybe that's why I'm just you know what? Fuck the Q&As. And I was also looking through, and nothing that she said is really that interesting. A lot of the screenshots I took were people still accusing her of being banned, which obviously she's not. You know, the grace I'm willing to give her is that there are some people that just stick to, these ideas even when proof and evidence have been put before them. People are so convinced that she was banned, and it's she was posting on her community tab. She posted a full-on screenshot of the email about her video getting removed, where YouTube and the email said that they were not going to give her a strike or a community guidelines violation strike type of thing. So it's just I don't know what y'all wanted. She's just lazy. She just didn't want to post videos. She just, was taking a break from the internet, which is her prerogative to do, and she does in fact do that sometimes. So I do think, however, that some of your incessant questions about it have led to her posting this video, because there was one Q&A that said something along the lines of when does your new YouTube schedule start or whatever, and she said October 28th. And she posted this, I think, yesterday on the 24th, or maybe it was the 23rd. I don't know. The days while I was in New York, kind of. It might have been the 23rd. It might have been Wednesday. So anyways, she posted this earlier than the 28th. And I don't know if this is the video she had planned to post on the 28th, or if this was a special video that she posted. But she did say in the Q&As to somebody else that was asking, I'm considering just uploading today. So I think you all annoyed her to the point of making her get online and post a YouTube video. But just to be clear, just in case it's any confusion, she can post whatever she wants. I don't really give a shit. I do think sometimes it's interesting, and I can see from the standpoint of people who don't have that luxury of being oh my god, she never posts, how does she do this as a job, whoever, whatever. But I'm certainly somebody who has also had to like not do a live stream here and there and things like that. So I take no issue with it. I mean, I would probably personally never take that long off without like, you know, giving some kind of heads up or a warning or explanation from the beginning that I wasn't going to do it. Like, I imagine if there's ever a need for me to take a month-long break, like I would probably post and be like, hey, I'm taking a break from the internet for a month, you know, but who knows? That's also what I say now, and maybe life could change and something could come up and I could not do that as well. What I will say about that, what's interesting, one of the only other, there were two other like Q&As that I thought were particularly interesting. One of them was about me, and it said something along the lines of like, Zach is struggling to vlog, like, oh, how do you feel about that or something? Or like, oh no, the question said Zach has been struggling to vlog. Do you think he'll have more understanding for you in the future? Which is interesting, like, regardless of the comments that are like, trying to suggest that like I'm some professional vlogger and like I should be held to the same standard as Amberlynn, who claims to be a vlogger. Like, all of that aside, like obviously there are some differences. Like, vlogging is not what I typically do on my channel. I think what I do on my channel I do very well. But all of that aside, it is just clear that like Amberlynn has this affinity for like selecting questions that like, honestly, who knows if that person even actually cares about Amberlynn or me or anything, and is not just trying to like stir up some kind of drama or something like that, you know? So that, I think Amberlynn loves to pick those questions. I don't know if she does it intentionally or not, but she loves to pick a question that like is clearly trying to stir up some drama, in my opinion. And the thing about it is that this is now like the third question she's answered that is about like, maybe Zach will understand where you're coming from. Maybe Zach will now be more understanding of you and what you've experienced and what you've gone through. The first couple of them were about like my breakup and things like that. And then this one being about like me getting experience as a vlogger, which, by the way, I have vlogged on my channel before. It's just not what I do on a regular basis, right? But either way, I just think it's like interesting that like she's picking these questions that are trying to like paint this narrative that like I'm not an understanding person, and this is like the constant back and forth that is so irritating sometimes from my perspective. Of just like, sometimes I have like this group of people that are like, Zach is too understanding. Zach gives Amberlynn too much grace. Zach is too nice to Amberlynn, blah, 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 blah. And then Amberlynn and or maybe people that support her, or maybe this person is just trying to stir up some kind of drama, will be like, Zach isn't understanding enough. Zach isn't empathetic enough. And this is why I tell you all that, like, I'm not trying to please either of those camps. I'm coming here to just say whatever the fuck is on my mind, okay? I'm not trying, like, it's clearly impossible to please everybody, and so that's why I choose to just please myself. Not please myself. Not pleasure myself. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just stick to what I feel, and I think the authenticity of me just sharing, you know, my opinions and what I think about a situation, even if there's a possibility Amberlynn and her camp might not agree with me, or like the people who just really don't like Amberlynn might not agree with me. I think to a larger part, like, my audience resonates with me showing up authentically and sharing what I feel. And a lot of times that does mean that I'm like empathetic and understanding towards Amberlynn. So like the fact that she keeps trying to like answer these questions in a way that's like, Zach is not empathetic, maybe he'll be more empathetic because he's experienced some things that I've experienced. Like, no, I've already been empathetic. I've already been understanding. And then the only other question that I thought was like particularly interesting, and I don't know, maybe y'all can let me know if you think I forgot something, but it was a question about people thinking that Tommy was a feeder. So somebody said, do you think it will be difficult for your audience to move on from the the feeder accusations. And she said, they've thought all my past girlfriends were feeders. No different now. They'll probably never move on from it. No, here's the thing, Amberlynn, just to be clear, in case nobody else has pointed this out to you, because this was like a Q&A from the beginning of the week, so maybe some people have pointed this out to you, but like, I don't know, looking back to past partners like Casey, Crystal, Destiny, Beck, Feline, like, I don't recall any of them having like actual feeder content on like known feeder websites with like a woman sitting on their face or things like that. Oh, I don't think she was sitting on her face. I think her stomach was like suffocating Tommy in some kind of way though. So like, I don't know that like any of those people had that kind of content out there. So I'm kind of like confused why you think that like Tommy is just like everybody else. Tommy's not just like everybody else. Tommy is a confirmed feeder. Like, Tommy has participated in these confirmed feeder relationships in the past. So no, I don't think anybody's gonna move on from it, bestie. Like, I just truly do not. I think people are really gonna stick with this. Like, nobody's gonna just suddenly forget about the fact that Tommy had a morbidly obese girlfriend who she posted photos with on feeder content websites. Said girlfriend passed away, and then 3 months she was in your DMs. Like, people are just not gonna forget about that. And I think that's important to not forget about. It's important to remember who Tommy is. Even if you want to act like that shit didn't happen, even if Alexis, your bestie, wants to take down all the videos where she talked about it, like, it happened, girly pop. It exists, it happened. Here we are. Let me get a drink. Oh my god, this is just, this is like some Target Market Pantry brand, like, drink mix. It's like lemon berry punch or something like that. She's cute. She's cute. Anyways, let me shut the fuck up because I was like, oh my god, this video that she posted is 18 minutes long. This is gonna be a long reaction, and I'm already 12 minutes into filming. So let's get the fuck to, shall we?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Video. So, I've been gone for a minute. I like needed a break. It was a much needed break. And honestly,
sure.
I feel like I can continue this break, but so many of you are like, we miss you. Where are you? So,
yeah, okay, so first of all, some things to note. This is clearly not her home in Oklahoma. She is, in fact, still with Tommy. I think she also confirmed that in some Instagram Q&A stuff as well. But it is now more clear than ever why she took all the pets with her, because she's clearly not planning on going anywhere. She's clearly making herself right on at home in Wisconsin with old Tommy Salami. So there's that. Second of all, again, my only critique, suggestion, etc. is to just let your audience know, like, a long time ago why you weren't coming. Like, to just disappear for a month off of YouTube when a lot of your audience might not follow you on every single platform. Like, why not? I mean, I guess she did when people were suggesting she was banned and things like that. She did finally post something. But my only suggestion, I don't think Amberlynn's the worst person in the world for not doing something like this, but my suggestion would just be like, hey, how about you just tell people from the beginning that you're gonna take a break from posting on YouTube, you know? Simple solution.
Oh, in this video, I'm going to answer that. I'm also going to be doing my makeup. And
Thank
it's just
God.
like a chit-chat type of thing, like updates, answering some questions. I don't know. It's just going to be me rambling. So I'm actually going to put my hair up because...
Thank God.
I want it out of my face. So just a real quick messy bun here. So I am just going to do like a light...
We're not going to call it a poop bun. This would also be a time I would normally comment like, oh... she's got a poop bun. You know what she said about poop buns in the past, but I think the poop bun here is strictly functional to get, like, her hair up out of her face so she can do her makeup. But she does say often, or has said often in the past, that the poop bun is a sign that she is not doing great. So just be on the lookout for that.
Makeup look. Oh, I say that now, but who knows? That's my goal. It's just a light makeup look.
A light
first
makeup
things first
look.
is just some
Stunning.
Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. I love this stuff. I just use my fingers when I use this. So
we might have to, if there's too much just like her doing makeup, like respectfully, I don't personally care, so I might edit that out. I was hoping this could just be a video that like I recorded and did very little editing, but if it is something like that and it just like doesn't seem interesting and I'm just sitting here in silence, I may do some editing of like taking out her stuff, because like doesn't feel very transformative for me to just sit here and stare at her put makeup on. Or maybe that is the transformation. Maybe the transformation I'm giving you is me showing just how little interest I have in those particular parts of the video.
I just needed a break. I have been on YouTube for 11 years, and I just feel like as like time goes on, my breaks become longer. Right? I'm sure, like...
Why is whatever she's doing right now making her face more red? Is that supposed to happen? Her face looks so red.
Avid watchers have also noticed that. And I'm really bad at, like, telling people, oh, I'm gonna take a break, by the way. Like, I should tell you guys that, but, like,
Absolutely.
I never know what's gonna happen until it happens, if that makes sense. So, next thing I'm about to use is just Maybelline New York.
See, that's the part that I think for, like, people who do work, like, consistent 9-to-5 jobs that I think is difficult. Because even in, like, a traditional job, you can take time off, but you do usually have to notify somebody. You do usually have to be like, hey, hi everybody, I'm gonna take like a week of personal time, thank you so much, wonderful. Because usually if you just don't show up to work, you get like the axe, you get fired. So I think that part is probably difficult for some people. And it just like is interesting how she doesn't have to put that level of planning into it, but here we are. Here we are.
It's Dewy and Smooth foundation in color 115 Ivory. I know a lot of people don't understand because it's not a normal job. Being a YouTuber is not normal. It's more popular now than ever, but it's hard. It does get hard, especially like, let's be real, with the type of following that I have. I'm very grateful for everyone who watches me. I will always be grateful for that. But things do get heavy over here, no pun intended. And things just get really overwhelming. Like, I do have mental health problems, as you guys know. But sometimes, like, the way I'm treated online can make my mental health a little worse. So instead of complaining about it, it's easier for me to sometimes just, like, disappear. And I am sorry for those who, like, worry, but I promise... like, I am okay. And to top it all off, like, I just wanted to spend time with Tommy, just, like, me and her.
So, I have a lot of thoughts. I wanted to make sure she finished all of hers before I started yapping. I mean, here's the thing. I totally obviously agree that YouTube is not a normal job, and maybe I'm coming at it from a little bit of a different place because I have worked more traditional jobs. I've worked fast food service. I've worked in a like sit down 9-to-5 type of office job. So I've worked more jobs, and I think like that has instilled like probably a different work ethic in me than what Amberlynn has. But I do have to say, and like talking to people like in my personal life about the work I do over here and things like that, like a lot of them are surprised by how much I do treat it like a normal job. And I think honestly, like, knowing some of the things that Amberlynn talks about struggling with and stuff like that, if she could establish some kind of structure and routine around it, I think it would actually really benefit her channel more. And I'm not even just talking about, like, a posting schedule, but, like, if she sets some boundaries in terms of, like, I'm gonna work from these hours to these hours, I think that'd be helpful. And you know what? It'd probably be even easier for her now that she's, like, she has a partner that she's clearly living with to some extent, like utilize Tommy's schedule. So like while Tommy is out and about, work on YouTube stuff, and then because like right here at the end she talked about how she just wants to spend time with Tommy and be able to enjoy that time. That was like a huge part of what made me able to do YouTube and be in a relationship. I tried to focus all of the time that I spent working on internet stuff during the time that my partner was at work or was working, because sometimes he worked here from home. So it's just like, I think like having some levels of those things and those boundaries help you establish those things. I mean, I feel it now that I'm not in a relationship of like, like I'm like, oh, I can just film whenever, which I'm trying to like not get too into that energy, because it's like, no, like these boundaries I recognize for myself really work well and like help me stay productive and stay on task. But I do think if she leaned into that a little bit, she would find that she could have time to spend with Tommy, just her and Tommy, and not worry about YouTube. And she would also probably be getting a little bit more consistency in posting and things like that. But that's not a criticism. She can run her channel however she wants. That's just actual, like, thoughtful advice on how to be successful on YouTube. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, how do I get started on YouTube? What do I need to do to be successful? And I almost always say, like, to get started on YouTube, literally just start. Like, don't wait until you think you have the perfect idea for a video or the perfect setup for a video. Don't worry until you have the perfect camera, the perfect lighting, this, that, the other. Like, nobody's first video on YouTube is ever going to be perfect. It's more about, like, growing and learning from your posting and things like that. And then the other thing I say is you just have to be consistent. And obviously consistency can look different for every channel, but, like, you do have to just, like, develop some kind of routine and pattern to posting and working on your hobby of YouTube, your hobby of making videos, vlogs, whatever it might be. So that's just me trying to be helpful. She's been doing this for 11 years. I've been doing YouTube for 7. So, you know, it's just my friendly advice.
Because I caught myself just like always thinking about, should I be filming? Oh my god, I should film this. Okay, I'm gonna film it. It just kind of like takes away like the authentic feelings and memories and experiences. Like when you're constantly thinking like, oh, should I be filming this? People thought that I got a strike. And the only reason why I know this is because if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do Q&As on there. Or I have been. And I've been doing them daily.
That's again, this is the other thing, is that she has to explain how she knows all of this stuff, because if you only follow her on YouTube, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? I mean, she did post about the strikes on her community tab like a week or two ago, whenever it happened or went down. But again, this is like, I don't know, the social media branding of it all is interesting to me, because if there's ever anything I really want somebody to know, like if I ever really want to make somebody aware of something, I post it here on one of my YouTube channels where the most people follow me, because this is like why people know who I am, you know?
Just because I like to talk to you guys, and a lot of you like thought I was like striked or whatever, and no. YouTube did take down 2 videos of mine.
She says 2 videos, but I think it probably has to be more than that. Because I think altogether, Social Blade said the first day that Social Blade showed like views disappearing on her channel, it said 300-some thousand, and then the second time it also said 300-some thousand. And I know at least on the 5,000 calorie eat with me whatever situation type of deal, that video from the screenshot I saw only had like 170,000. So I would think that there's more somewhere. And so I'm wondering if she's not just agreeing to like, yeah, 2 videos were taken down because that's all that's like been found by people on the internet. I don't know.
Recently, it was rotisserie chicken, and I ate 5,000 calories today. So the more that I think about it, I don't really understand like the rotisserie chicken one, because
I do
actually go back and watch that video. I literally forgot to say, I'm now just doing my eyebrows.
I think it's okay for me to say this. Oh, this was an unflattering pause for Miss Amberlynn. I think this is okay for me to say, but the journalist I talked to was asking specifically about like their terms of service guidelines, because I think, as a lot of people in this corner of the internet know, they updated their terms of service to talk about like self-harm in the form of like eating disorders and things like that, and like how that's shown on the platform. And so the journalist wanted to know what was the difference between like I think she sent them a link to like a ASMR mukbang that was just like an average sized person eating a lot of food and like the style of ASMR to like make people get diagnosed with the ASMR, and then also sent the rotisserie chicken mukbang one. And my understanding is that the difference is if you're like talking about binging in some kind of way, or an eating disorder in some kind of way, or your channel has a history of discussing those topics on your channel, which like we know that Amberlynn's channel has a long history of talking about binge eating disorder, even if more recently she claims that she was misdiagnosed as having a binge eating disorder. So that's my understanding of the situation. That's what I seem to understand about it, but I don't know.
Which is my least favorite part of my makeup. I very much have eyebrow blindness. I just use this like elf eyebrow stuff that I've had for literally ever. Anyways, so the rotisserie chicken one, like, I don't actually fully understand, because I probably ate like maybe 300 calories of chicken. She
does also literally talk about whether or not she would call it a binge in that video. Like, I saw a clip somewhere on Twitter where somebody showed like her saying like, oh, this isn't like a typical binge for me, or something like that. So like she talked about binging in the video, even if she didn't consider that a binge for herself. Does that make sense?
I know a lot of people like to say that I ate the whole rotisserie chicken. No. No. Didn't happen, but there are...
It's less about, bestie, it's less about whether you did or didn't eat the whole rotisserie chicken, and more about, like, if you actually, like, have a binge eating disorder, if you have a history of binge eating disorder, and if you were talking about it in the context of a binge eating disorder.
Other mukbangers out there who definitely have, and their videos are still up, but...
Yeah, well, maybe you should reach out to YouTube. Also, speaking of this journalist, there was one other Q&A question from while I was in New York, where, like, somebody said that she should talk to the journalist, and her response was like, oh, I wish I could go back and do it, but she has to, like, I missed her deadline or something like that, which... It's true. It's true. My understanding is that this journalist reached out to Amberlynn probably around the same time that she reached out to me, and I did that interview like weeks ago at this point. Like several weeks ago. Like the time for Amberlynn to participate in that interview is done. It's over. She missed her shot, besties.
I'm gonna appeal it. I'm not gonna argue with YouTube. It is what it is. Like, I genuinely don't fully care, but I do understand like the 5,000 calorie one. Like, as someone who is morbidly obese, like, I should not really be posting that online, so I definitely get it. But I think
you get that, but you don't understand how it, as a morbidly obese person online, like, it might be kind of like harmful for you to be out here eating a rotisserie chicken, even if it was just half of a rotisserie chicken, and acting like that's NBD. You think that that's completely fine and normal, but the eating 5,000 calories in a day isn't? Interesting logic. I'm fascinated with the way that Amberlynn's brain works.
So, like, discrimination, because I've seen the topic of discrimination come up. If YouTube wants to take down I ate some rotisserie chicken, they should probably take down everyone else's. I don't know.
That's so interesting, though, because honestly, that truly is, I think, the question that the journalist was trying to get to. That's the question that the journalist was trying to understand more about, because, like, I think, yeah, on paper it does seem questionable. Like, why can some YouTubers eat a whole lot, and why can YouTubers like Amberlynn not and get like her videos taken down potentially? So it's very interesting because like Amberlynn probably could have had a unique perspective to give to this journalist, but she didn't choose to talk to them. She chose to not discuss any of this with them.
I'm not gonna fight with him about it. It is what it is. But like how it happened is kind of like a long story, but here's the short version. So I had a journalist from NBC.
I love that she knows all of this because of me. Because she would not have, I promise you, she would not have known that this was a result of the journalist without me, because she fully was like not even really in conversation with the journalist like this.
He actually contacted me and they were like, I want to do an interview with you because we're kind of talking about like the Nikocado thing, and then it got me into like Girl World, and I want to talk about Girl World. I want to interview you and understand like how it feels like to have all these reaction channels talk about you all the time, and online bullying and fat phobia and all of that. And I was just like, oh gosh, because I've been asked to do things like this like a lot, and I never do it. This eyebrow looks darker because the sun is more so on this side of my face, so if I block it looks even. So I just wanted to let everyone know. It's definitely annoying, not gonna lie. Next time
they don't look identical, but I don't necessarily think eyebrows have to look identical.
Is my eyeliner, and everyone always asks what eyeliner to use. I use e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in jet black. So anyways, I always like say no to like collaborations, interviews, sponsors. Like I don't know why. I get kind of like anxious a little bit, like thinking about doing any of these things. But the journalist was like,
she says I say no to collaborations, but I was about to take a sponsorship from a online pharmacy so I could get semaglutide before I just decided that semaglutide wasn't for me.
No, I talked to a reaction channel and they actually did the interview with me, and immediately in my head I was like, oh, I know it's Zachary Michael, because I feel like he is like the most popular, and he's not like downright mean. There's a lot of reaction channels who are like very...
I wouldn't say I'm mean at all, just to be clear. I think I'm very reasonable, and I'm never like purposely malicious, for sure.
Fat phobic, fat shaming, like just mean. And Zachary's like not like that. Like I've had my moments where I really strongly dislike him. And that's normally during a time where like I'm going through something and like he doesn't believe that I'm going through it, or he thinks that I lied about something and he's taking like his audience aside. Like you
and what I'm sorry, and what times were those? And what times were those? Can we get some specific examples? Because I think I usually, like, when she's going through shit, I mean, I even told you all this, when she was trying to say some shit about my my breakup and how I was like, how I've been so rude and so mean and so unkind to her during some of the toughest times in her life, I literally cited and like showed examples of the ways that I responded to her breakups with both Feline and Beck. So I'm just like, I always lead with grace. So and giving her a lot of room, and like heaven forbid we fucking bring up Cakegate, where I fully like, for the most part, outside of saying, like, yeah, she certainly shouldn't have responded like that, but I understood why she responded the way she did to Cakegate. Like, I have been... Never mind. I know y'all know. So, I would just like some examples of where like, I didn't believe something and I didn't have reason to not believe it. Like, I would like to know what those are. I would love to know what that was. Truly.
Usually it's something like that, which is like totally normal, especially someone with BPD. Like, we have a fear of rejection, hardcore. And when people don't believe me, when it's something like serious that I've
Oh,
talked.
it is also that was another Q&A thing. I don't even remember. I would have to like literally search through my screenshots of my phone, and I just like we don't have the time to do all that. But she said something because somebody did ask her about like her wavering opinion on me and why it's so inconsistent, and she never sticks with it. And she like blamed her BPD in that question, and it's just like one of those things of like, yeah. Also, like, to go through life, like, feeling that way about all the people in your life and, like, having an inconsistent feeling about them on any given day because of your mental health, that's, like, a sign that you should, like, try to treat that mental health. And it's, like, frustrating because I think in one of the last Q&As I did, she, like, actively, or, like, coverage of her Q&As that I did, she, like, talked at length about how, like, the reasons why she didn't get a new therapist yet and this, that, the other. And it's like, girl, no, like, if you want to keep talking about your BPD and using it as an explanation of why you do the things you do, then maybe it's time to work on that BPD so that you don't do the things that you do that are negative. I mean, like, not that, like, she should go to therapy just so she has a consistent opinion on me, but I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of things, with, like, things that actually impact her on a day-to-day basis, like, think about how helpful that could be instead of just sitting here being like, well, that was my BPD. Like, I think a lot of us are in places with mental health where we could say, like, oh, that was my anxiety, that was my depression, that was whoever, whatever. But if you, like, don't do anything about it, it's just going to continue to be a problem for you. And I would hope that you would want to, like, have improvement in your life.
About, for me, it feels like rejection. So it makes sense why sometimes I really strongly dislike Zachary Michael. But it is what it is. People can believe what they want. I've really truly come to the terms where it's like nothing I say or do will ever change someone's opinion.
There is a fucking gnat. I was nowhere close to getting it. I don't know who she is or what she's doing in my office right now, but she needs to go. She's got to get out of here.
Me, so I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's that. Anyways, I knew the journalist was talking about Zachary Michael. Like, she didn't straight up say that, but, like, I knew it. And then Zachary Michael later on confirmed that, yes, it is him who actually was interviewed by the journalist. And I guess the journalist contacted YouTube and was talking about my YouTube channel. And so then it made YouTube more aware of me and who I am. So they have recently gone through every single one of my videos. And out of almost 3,000 of them.
I don't know if they've gone. I want to be clear that I don't know if I said that they went through all 3,000 of her videos. I don't know if they have or haven't. I don't know what process they used. I know that specifically the journalist sent the rotisserie chicken mukbang as a way of, like, providing an example for the question that they were asking. I don't know about any other videos. That was the only one that the journalist told me that they sent to YouTube as a part of this question. I don't know if YouTube really went through every single video, but it's clear that in some kind of way they went through videos of hers to determine whether or not, like, they were suitable for being on their platform.
Deleted too. But not once have they striked me, because I think they're fully aware that, like, I'm not going to purposely break terms of service. Like, when they remove your video, they send you an email and they explain why they did it. And literally in the email, they told me, like, we're aware that you probably weren't aware that this was breaking terms of service, so we're not going to, like, strike your channel.
Yeah,
but a lot of people
showed that
strikes
screenshot
because there is a reaction channel, well, multiple reaction channels that like to say things that aren't real, and they say it with such confidence that it's
I would agree.
You can't help but believe.
I do agree. I watched one of Karina's videos about this because, like I said, people were telling me that Amberlynn got struck, and I was like, what proof, what evidence do we have? And I do think that while Karina says in her video, like, this is theory, this is speculation, she does say it with a certain level of confidence that, like, people take it as the truth, the gospel, and they run with it. And I do understand how that could be frustrating, and it's certainly, you know, like, why, like, not my style of content. Like, I think I come here often and you hear me say, like, you know, even if I am coming close to speculation, I say, like, oh my god, this is just speculation. This is, like, not serious. and most of the time, I try to just avoid speculation altogether. I try to just keep it to what we're reacting to, what she's posting on her own social media. So I do see that. I mean, like, the thing is that Karina does say that it's, like, theory, speculation, whatever. And maybe, I don't know, some people said, like, that might just be to, like, save her own back. Like, what is the phrase I'm looking for? I don't know, just to protect herself, basically. And because it does, like, if you listen, she says it with a lot of confidence. So I do understand where Amberlynn's coming from. And it is wild because people have just, like, stuck with this. Even after, like, I mean, I made a video, like, fully sharing what actually happened. I came out and I said, like, I know for a fact from this journalist that I talked to that this is what happened. And people still, like, were running with all kinds of stories and stuff about it. So, like, I do understand to some extent how frustrating it must be for Amberlynn to get into a situation where it's like, there are literally facts here and people just don't want to listen to them. And that is largely due to, like, even in recent history, Amberlynn has still been caught in lies. And so it makes total sense to me that people just, like, don't want to believe anything that comes out of her mouth. But I imagine it must be frustrating.
Everything that they're saying. But yeah, literally no. And it's like that a lot. Like, with reaction channels. I'm going to do my eyeliner real quick. Because I cannot do my eyeliner and talk at the same time.
Alright.
But
just go do it.
It's like that a lot with reaction channels. Like, they'll say something as if it's fact. As if they were there. As if they saw all the proof in the world. As if they are me, and, like, people will run with it and believe it, and it just gets a lot. It gets exhausting.
Also, to be clear, I don't even think that that's just reaction channels. I think that's also, like, a lot of people in Amberlynn's audience in general. Like, there are a lot of people, and maybe they're coming from other reaction channels, but there are a lot of people that are in my comments who, like, say things about Amberlynn and Amberlynn's lore and things like that as if it's fact. And I see a lot of people that, like, say things that I know are factually not right, but they fully, like, believe it. So I just, like, this is why I also always just advocate for people to use common sense, use critical thinking. A lot of it's also hard to keep up with because, like, Amberlynn puts things in so many different places, so many different social media platforms. She also has so many videos that it's, like, impossible depending on when you're coming into, like, the Amberlynn universe. Like, you might not have all of the information. That's why Amberlynn is constantly still answering and clearing up, like, misunderstandings and misconceptions and things about her life from, like, years ago. Because, like, people don't know where to find the answers directly from her because there's just so much out there. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it except that it seems like this is just Amberlynn's life here on the internet, and there's probably not a lot she can do about it in terms of, like, changing people's opinions. I would say the only thing that I would say about it is, like, she just has to move on in some of the cases, in some of the scenarios. Like the more she addresses all of these things ad nauseum, which is basically what's been happening a lot on these Instagram Q&As, the more people are just gonna find things that they don't trust, believe, etc. about what she's saying.
Heavy. It's over small things. It's over big things. It's over...
Because, like, that was another thing. She's answered so many questions about her cancer stuff all over again. And I have to also believe that that must be, like, triggering and difficult for her to go through. So I don't understand why she continues to, outside of, like, maybe it's also really triggering for her to constantly get those questions, and so she just felt, like, pushed to answer them. But yeah, it's just these things where I'm like, why are we constantly rehashing all of these things? I don't know. It's just really a part of how Amberlynn operates now. I gotta shut the fuck up because how have I been filming for 45 minutes and we're 9 minutes. We're halfway through the video. Jesus Christ, Zachary.
Everything And it's just a lot. Let me do my eyeliner real quick. I will be right back.
All right, roll the tongue. Oh, I thought we were going to get to skip the eyeliner. We still got to watch you do it. I thought she was just going to skip this portion.
Y'all, I wish you could have seen the last time I did my makeup. It was like a few days ago. I should have vlogged. I'm telling you.
I wish we could have seen it too. I wish you would have vlogged too. Damn.
It was the best I've ever done my makeup.
Well, shit,
like,
you bet.
I don't know what.
I guess you're just gonna have to start picking up the camera and recording again.
Hold on. I did get new mascara. I got new eyeliner. So I think I was like, all right, we're gonna take our time. It literally took me an hour. It was splendid. I'm not gonna lie. So my goal for the rest of October and for November is to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
See, how did I know? How did I know? I was like, she was, one of the Q&A things was like, her saying a small goal she accomplished was making a YouTube schedule. And I was like, how complicated could that have been from her? Because like, she only ever has done a schedule that's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every other day. And here we are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's fucking go, though. I can work with Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Am I gonna promise that? No.
Oh.
But that is my goal. What am I gonna post? We're gonna go back to like that era of my life where I film just random stuff. We can do like what I ate today videos. We can do like eat with me. We're gonna do some weigh-ins. We're gonna do some vlogs, maybe some challenges, some tags, some Q&As, some
girlfriend tag. Girlfriend tag. I will get my friend Emily over here so fast if you do a girlfriend tag with Tommy Salami. You do a girlfriend tag, and I'll have my lesbian BFF from high school, Emily, over here ASAP, and we will react to this girlfriend tag, please.
Just everything type deal, not just vlogs, because that's literally all I've been doing lately. Well, not lately because I've taken a break. But
exactly.
Literally all I've been doing has been vlogs, like when filming. So we're gonna switch her up and we're gonna do other stuff.
Let's do it. Let's go. I'll take whatever.
Like, literally.
I'll take whatever. I'll take fucking ASMR markers again. I'll take it as long as it's consistent. Let's go.
Just for me to like say where I've been, to let you guys know that I am coming back. By the way, a lot of people are asking. I mean, a lot of people have always asked because I love glitter. I'm usually using the glitter from like ColourPop. It's like a pressed on glitter, which I've had for so long. It comes in like this little thing, but I have like multiple. I have a pink one, a white one, and a gold one, which people do compliment me on those 100%. But ever since I switched and started using this guy, you guys have been asking, like, what is that glitter?
It's Glee.
And I got it off of Amazon.
It's Glee.
So if I can go back.
It's the Glee. Is this the one where it's like GLI? And she's like, it's in the color Glee. I think it's that one.
Because I don't have the little box that it came in. And it says in very small letters the brand, but I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But if I can go back on...
She said, you will not get another dose of colors from me.
Do like a screenshot and I'll just like post it for you.
Oh, maybe this is not the Glee one.
I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with her.
Oh, why are you so obsessed with
mascara
me?
That I definitely recommend for people who are like, you know what, I just love a drugstore makeup. So... it's the Falsies Surreal by Maybelline. I'm telling you, it's so good. I'm just like...
I'm sure there are some people that are asking her about her makeup, but I'm also fairly sure that that it's like a small number of people and the comparison to the rest of her audience. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, pop off. Like, thank you. Like, for the longest time, Better Than Sex was like my jam. And then I slowly... just started experimenting and like using other mascaras because I was like, that can't be like the end all be all. Like, there has to be better out there.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that the Better Than Sex mascara is not the end all be all of mascaras, and I don't know shit about makeup like that.
And I tried that with eyeliner, but no, I'm telling you, e.l.f. liquid eyeliner is the only eyeliner I will ever use.
Oh, well, now what is Adobe popping up on my screen trying to tell me? The problem is that I actually edited the vlog on this laptop, which is not usually where I do my editing. And ever since then, it's been trying to get me to update my Adobe products here on, on my laptop. But since I don't use my laptop for editing, I'm like, why would I bother going through this update? It worked for what I needed it to while I was in New York. Please be fucking serious! Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
She's so shy. When it comes to mascara, I will say, out of all the ones I've ever tried.
Also the rarity showing up. A lot of people are asking where's Twinkie, and it looks like or sounds like there's some rumor that she like sent Twinkie back to go be with Mama Lynn. I just need people on the internet to stop. Stop wondering where animals are just because they don't show up in a video, you know? Like, I have said also multiple times on my channel that, like, there are a lot of times that Poe does not like to stay here. Poe is still in my home. Poe is still here. He just, like, has not enjoyed being in my videos like that, and so he's not. I think I've posted him in other parts of my, social media, although albeit not that often either, honestly, truly. But no worries, Poe is still here, and she has also confirmed that Rarity is still with her, at least via her Instagram Q&As.
In my lifetime, this one is like by far one of my absolute favorites, and you can get this literally anywhere. Walmart, Target. I got this little fella from the Walgreens.
Okay, work.
Like, you can find it anywhere.
Thrifty
So,
diva.
yeah, rest of October, November.
Does that mean we're gonna get a video today? Does that mean we're gonna get today's Friday and it's October? Are we gonna get a video today? I would be down. That means I'm gonna really have to figure out the posting of all of the other content that I have saved up to post. But we'll figure it out. Some stuff might be a little delayed, but we will figure some things out if she posts today, too.
Walking by. Just random videos. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Let's go.
And the reason why I don't say December is because December is different. Like, that's Vlogmas. I don't know if I'm doing Vlogmas.
She said in Instagram Q&As that she didn't think she was doing Vlogmas. I don't know if those Q&As came before or after this, because she also got suggestions from people that she could just do a bunch of shorter videos throughout the month of December. So maybe she'll also try that. I don't know. But I would love Vlogmas. I don't think she didn't do it last year, did she? I would love to see a Vlogmas situation type of deal.
Did not do it last year. The year before I did do it and I was fully successful. But like, every era of my life is so different. It's like, will Vlogmas fit in this era? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Maybe because she's not sure where she'll be living. I don't know. I'm like, also, how are you still in Wisconsin? How do you... What a life to be able to just leave and go to Wisconsin for an indefinite amount of time to be with your emotional support feeder girlfriend.
If right now, today was December 1st, and I had to do Vlogmas...
She wouldn't.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't. But, we'll see.
That's a whole, month from now.
Genuinely, we will see.
You still have time.
She just poked her eye, folks. She just poked her eye. Not gonna lie. What was that lie? I was gonna take down my hair, but I'm living for this messy bun. I'm actually living for it. The only thing I can fix, let's fix this guy right here. Let's tuck him in. He thinks he's the life of the party.
And what exactly did that fix?
Okay, that was good. Sometimes you just, need your hair up in a tone.
Girl, what exactly did that fix? What was fixed there? It looks still broken.
My hair is so much, which I love my hair, so don't get me wrong. Well, I don't love it as much as I once used to, but going through, menopause, I'm telling you guys, after I stopped taking my estradiol, which I was never supposed to be taking, which is so crazy. Like, I still can't get over that. I took it for 2 years. And they were like, no. No, you should not even take it. That's a whole, I don't know.
Yeah, why are we rehashing that? Again, this is all the stuff that, like, has led to all the people having all the questions about her cancer. Like, why are we rehashing that in a video about where you've been and you doing your makeup? Like, why? Let's just move on. Let's not get people all fired up about that again. Let's keep it moving.
To this day, do not understand how that happened. I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, then don't.
Sometimes I had diamonds, but no, I think we're just gonna stay like this. What was I saying? Oh yeah, ever since I stopped taking estradiol, like my hair changed texture, which also is my fault because I was crimping my hair a lot.
Oh, okay.
After not using heat ever.
Oh, okay.
I was crimping it daily.
I love how she's like, it was the estradiol's fault, but what was really the problem is me. Like, I was doing things to my hair that, like, just really damaged it. So what I really mean when I say that this changed the texture of my hair, I mean, like, I didn't take care of it. That's what I hear her saying. I mean, I'm sure it's actually the case that it's, like, a both situation, you know, but it's just funny that she's like, what really was the problem was me, which I love, actually, from like a place of her own self-awareness and accountability. Like, that's huge.
Multiple times a day because my hair, like, does not like keeping a curl. So I would go back and, like, oh, well, it's been a few hours and it's not as, like, crimped as it was 2 hours ago, so let's redo it. Like, it was just so bad, and I wasn't using, like, heat protectant. Like, I just wasn't taking care of my hair. Let's be so for real.
What a surprise.
In January, it's going to be a full year that I have not used heat on my hair.
Oh my god.
Like, in January, that was, like, my New Year's resolution, and I know people are like, what? My New Year's resolution literally was, like, do not use heat on your hair, and I've actually been successful.
I do think, obviously, that is probably something that really helps in terms of, like, maintaining your hair, but, like, also remember that this is the girlie that had, like, a bullet journal where she tracked every day whether she, like, brushed her hair. So, like, taking care of your hair is so much more than just, like, not using heat on it every day. It's, like, brushing it. It's, like, having a consistent, like, shampoo and conditioning routine. It's all of those things.
Something I do highly recommend, which is Tommy actually recommended this to me.
Tommy with her Justin Bieber looking ass hair suggested it.
If you have frizzy or fried hair, there is this stuff that I saw on TikTok that L'Oreal makes, but it's not in the USA. It's in a different country. It's for people who have my type of hair, like too fried and damaged. L'Oreal, bring it to the USA because
now can we talk about the recommendation of a product that you actually use? I don't give a shit about this one. Tell me about the product you have sitting right in front of you.
After using this product that I've seen people have and experience is just amazing. I'm like, I want to use that. Like, why isn't it in the USA? Anyways, so what I'm using
L'Oreal.
Is
why not?
Sheet Infra. It's Silk Infusion. I feel like I said that weird. Silk Infusion. It's Silk Reconstructing Complex. I don't know, but whatever it does, it definitely helps. I do add quite a bit, and I usually just add it from, like, here down with, like, a little bit, like, up here, because at first, because I use quite a bit, I mean, not a lot, but, like, about that much. It does make my hair look really greasy at first.
Well.
But then give it, like, 30 minutes, and the grease goes away.
Oh.
I definitely recommend this.
Okay.
And then also, for when I use dry shampoo, I used to use Barista, I think it was called, and, like, I was obsessed with it.
Barista. Like your favorite they-them local coffee shop barista? Surely that cannot be what she meant. Is there a dry shampoo called Barista? Maybe I should just look it up before I laugh at her. Barista. Let me look. Let me just do a quick Google search. Nope, that's Google Maps, not just the regular old Google. That's not helpful. Thank you. All right. Barista dry shampoo. Oh, she meant, it automatically came up as, did you mean Batiste dry shampoo? I love, listen, this is one of those times where her mispronouncing something, it, like, does matter because, like, let's say I actually wanted to take her recommendation of this. I mean, I guess I could have typed in barista dry shampoo and Batiste would come up. Like, Google could figure it out for me. But, like, let's just say I remembered this recommendation for this dry shampoo from Amberlynn, and I'm, like, at the Walmart, at the Target, looking at dry shampoos. I would not be able to find a barista dry shampoo. That's funny.
I was like, no other dry shampoo will ever compete. But then I had to use a different one because I couldn't find it.
Well, that's because you were looking for barista dry shampoo and not Batiste. That's why you couldn't find it.
Your Mother's Refreshing Clean Free Dry Shampoo, way better. Way better than the barista.
Wow.
Highly recommend. And you guys...
Way better than the barista. I mean, I would go to my baristas for coffee. I wouldn't be going to my baristas for, I wouldn't be going to them. I would not be going to them for dry shampoo. So it makes sense that maybe this is a better option.
You can tell. Actually, you guys can't tell. Because I feel like so many people are like, Amberlynn, wash your hair. And I literally washed it like 20 minutes prior. I washed my hair last night. So I was going to say you guys can tell that my hair is actually clean. But with this stuff, it actually genuinely looks like your hair is really clean. Because with the barista, it kind of looks like...
She's got to stop saying barista. It's killing me. Barista! Oh my god, it should not be this funny. She is simply mispronouncing the name of a brand of a dry shampoo. It is not that funny, but it totally is. It totally is.
Like, you did use dry shampoo and like you can notice, but with this stuff you like can't really notice. I don't know. I'm rambling.
You sure are.
It's been a minute. Haven't talked to you guys in forever.
Welcome back.
And she's back. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, she's probably like so big and that's why she's not filming. She's probably as big as a house. No. Just me. Hi.
What's crazy is I also, via her Instagram Q&As, I saw people are telling her she does look big in this, and then she posted some, like, comparison photos of this versus her in 2019, and, like, she doesn't look like she did in the clips that she took from 2019, but I just think that's all reductive and not helpful. Like, it is not helpful to sit here and compare those things when, like, also not even a whole lot in your life has changed since 2019 regardless. You know, like, she is not that far away from where she was in 2019, so I don't understand why, like, what is helpful in doing that. I don't understand why people are doing that to her either. Like, I don't know why people are trying to make these comparisons. Like, whether she has or hasn't gotten bigger, like, she's still in the same place she was, like, 3 weeks ago when she last posted. So that's just how I feel about it. That's why I don't, like, sit here and analyze what she looks like. I don't think that that's helpful. I don't think it's helpful for me to sit here and be like, wow, she looks huge. Well, I don't even necessarily feel that. Like, to me, she looks like the same as she always has. Famously, Bestie looks the same as she always does, okay? Like, I'm not here to, like, micro-analyze if like, her choker is fitting her in the same way that it used to.
Definitely not. But I will have, like, weigh-in updates and
Let's go.
coming.
Let's go.
So, yeah. Oh my god, what was that noise? I don't know. Oh, it was Rarity. Oh, Wasabi just ran up the stairs. Okay. I'm telling you, I think my cats are obsessed with stairs. I think that might be a thing. All right, I'm rambling. I could probably talk for the next, like, 9 hours.
Let's wrap it up.
I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye! See ya! Well, there you go, besties. There you go. She's back. I hope she does post a video today. Today is Friday. And like I said, I'll have to figure out what the rest of my content posting looks like. If she does get back into, like somewhat regular posting, then like I think you'll definitely see more consistency from me as well. Although I really have been trying to work on that. That's why I even like filmed some vlogs and stuff while I was in New York City, just so we could keep posting here regardless of what Amberlynn does or doesn't post. But hopefully she gets back to. That sounded weird. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I gotta go do some other shit with my life today. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did and you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!